Welcome. This is a psychic reading for depression. We're going to tap into this one today. Just moving this a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So part of the psychic reading 4 series that I'm doing for you guys, this is for depression. So I'll just share this. I'll just share this one. I feel like it's all like, you know, I've like turned it and whatever. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's just gonna have to do. So where do I share this? Hi guys. Into my reality awareness support group is where I'm sharing this. So my reality awareness support group on Facebook is a free group. It's a support group. Support group for things that you're going through. You can post in there for support, for questions. You know, there's daily tips in there. So that's my free group. If you're not in there, you can just comment reality below and we can grab you the link to jump in that group. So I'll just share this in one more place and then we shall get started on our psychic readings for depression is what we're focusing on today. To lift you the fuck up out of that depression, that's for sure. I'm glowing, so I should be. No, I'm just saying, like, so I should be in a sense because I had a really big shift. I think, do you know what the glowing is? Actually, it's called alignment. How interesting that we're talking about this when we're going to be talking about depression. Okay, so just so you guys are clear, this is not a one-on-one psychic reading. This is a group collective reading. So I'm doing a series of readings for different health ailments. I've done one for a psychic reading for ancestral family karmic lineage clearing. I did one the other day for suicide. This one is about depression. Okay, so if you'd like to work one-on-one with me, you can send me a message and we can talk about that. Okay. All right, so Rosalind said, can it be kind? What do you mean by can it be kind? Can what be kind? Okay, so let's start this psychic reading for depression. And before I do that, so I'm running a 5-week course on psychic protection. I've had a lot of people tell me lately that their psychic protection tools don't work and they call on the angels or they do all this psychic protection stuff and it's just not working. They don't have energy, they're just blah, blah, blah. So I've been working with my clients a bit on this as well. And I'm excited to take us through a 5-week course on psychic protection, whether you're beginners or advanced. We're gonna deeply dive into why the old psychic protection tools are not working, what you can do about it, all the things to look out for. You know, are you being psychically attacked or you know, you're being infiltrated, or do you just need more sleep? Like, this is the way to like get clear on all of these pieces. And no, this isn't just about calling in another angel to protect you. We're going to deeply tune in because as consciousness awakens, as consciousness awakens and as reality changes, as the world changes, so oh my God, I can't talk. The retrograde, I know, let's just blame my speaking on the retrograde now. So now I've lost what I was even saying. As consciousness changes, as humanity awakens, psychicness, like psychic awareness and energy is changing in the world. Like, let's be real, time is changing. Time doesn't feel like it did 5 years ago or more. So energy is changing, and that's why in the psychic protection course we're going to be covering all of this. So link is in the title of this live stream, and you can find it on my page as well, on my website as well. Okay, so I'm pulling 5 cards for a depression. Those two want to come out together, so we're going to leave them there. Okay, so first of all, the message that I'm getting about Shana had a considerable release earlier. Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna make some room here. All right, perfect. The first message I'm getting about depression is that you just don't feel supported. Yeah, you don't feel supported. Feeling depressed, the first thing is you're not supported. Now, depression, I want to say, is all about, which cards am I going to use? I know I used these the other day, but I'm really into these at the moment. So, when you're depressed, just don't feel supported. There's a lot of reasons for depression, but that's a big one. Just don't feel supported. And it's almost like a hopelessness, like a despair, like a giving up. What's the point? Yeah, Amy says exactly. Do not feel supported. Bing! Do I need to share any more? No, I'm kidding. Don't feel supported. I've got so much to do. I'm not supported. I can't get on top of things. And what's the point? Because I can't get on top of things. And I'm just going to keep going round in circles. So it's just like, whoa. Just stop. Giving up. Yeah. It's just like, I've tried everything. I don't know what to do anymore. I've even asked for my needs to be met, and they're still not being met. I have done everything in my power, and it is still not happening. It's like you hit a wall. Yeah? So, with depression, I'll go through the cards as well here. So, in the past cards, right, for depression, we have the Seas of Mintaka. This is such a beautiful card. Just like, let's just drink in that energy for a minute. This is so very oceanic codes. So oceanic codes is very similar. It's not similar. It's in the same course. So you might have seen my 12-strand DNA activation. It's from Transcendence. And this, the Seas of Mintaka, like that energy. Oh, let's just drink that up for a minute, okay? Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. The water is clear. And you're like, Hannah, not when I'm depressed. Not when I'm depressed. So, bringing unconsciousness to light, seeing potential, okay? This is important. When you're depressed, when you're depressed, you see potential in something and you pursue it. And you're doing the thing and then it's not working out and you're hitting brick wall after brick wall after closed door after closed, and it's just like, but you want to do all this stuff and then it's just like, or you have to do all this stuff, and then you just sort of hit this point where it's just like it's almost like you go into overwhelm, but then the overwhelm just makes you hit a brick wall in a way, right? And so with the dreams, so there's, what did I say? You see the potential, and it's interesting. This is the dreams, okay? And this is like vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. So your sleeping dreams, but also your waking dreams. Like you're seeing the potential, like bringing unconsciousness to light. Like you want to do these things. And then it just gets to a point where it's just like, overwhelmed. Okay, because they're overwhelmed, right? When it's like, yes, all this stuff. And then maybe you're doing energy work. Maybe you're doing, like, what's it called? Personal development work, spiritual stuff. You're like, yeah, all this stuff. And then all these big dreams. And then all of a sudden it just gets like, oh my God, but how am I supposed to do all of this and all of this and all of this? And then it just sort of, and then you ask for your needs to be met, and then you need more financial support, or you need other support, or you need, and it just stops. And then you just hit this hopelessness because you're just like, but everything that I'm trying is not working, right? Now, in the right now cards, this is interesting. So you've got Star Brothers. So you're really, really supported. Yeah. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And then Time and Tide. oceanic spells and rituals, and then you've got creative project. Now what's really interesting, oh, I thought I had creative project twice. Interesting that I thought that it was there twice, but it's a blessing in disguise card, which I actually think we got the other day in the reading. They're even out of the same deck, but when I pulled this one, I thought it was creative project. So this is interesting, right? The blessing in disguise is disguised in the creative project, but this is what you were working on in a way, or you were looking after the family and then wanting to pursue your dreams, and then it all just became too much and you're like, but I can't do any of it, so you just sort of stopped. Okay, this here, this is very masculine energy. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Loyalty, safety, trust. Thought it said support on there. Almost. In the next 6 months, this is really interesting. Time is not running out. Interesting, we talked about time. Carl, you said about time as well. Time is not running out. Trust the timing. Trust the wave that you came in on. Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing and health, heart chakra. What's really interesting, okay, the first thing that I'll say about depression, even though we're like here already halfway through it, the thing about depression is it's pressing down. So when you're depressed, your crown chakra is closed, okay? Crown chakra is where your soul comes into your body. When we're born, we're crowned through, and we're born as a baby. Most of the time we're lifted out these days, but naturally we're crowning, okay? The soul enters in through and we're grounded into our body. This is where we receive lots of ideas, okay? This is where our crown chakra opens to spirit and all the ideas come in. When our crown chakra opens, our heart immediately activates. Heart chakra. Now, your creative ideas, your dreams, you're seeing the potential, you know, all of these pieces, depression is a sign that you've suppressed your purpose. You've closed off to the light and you've suppressed you've suppressed your purpose, you've suppressed your soul. It's too much. You're like, yeah, and you open, and then you get depressed because it's just like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do it all? You have to remember that, you know, if you're ever depressed, you can ask yourself, where am I pressing my purpose away from me? Where am I suppressing myself? Where am I suppressing my soul? When we're depressed, we're closed. When it's suppressing, we're pressing down. Yeah, we're pressing down. Depression, suppressing, pressing down. We're trying to hold down what we really want to do because we see that our life can be so much better. Yeah, and we're taking action on that, but that we sort of hit these walls. Okay, and I'm going to explain about these walls in a moment. The word paralyzed keeps coming up. Yeah. And then Lynn says, this is me today, just roadblocks and then overwhelm. Yes. Yep. The kids definitely feel that too, for sure. Yeah, that was you yesterday, the overwhelm. Yes. So, thanks, Aurora. Your energy is like returning home. Special. So we've got, like I said, trust the timing, trust the wave that you came in on. Energy field adjustment. This is like aura cleansing and health. Okay, your energy field is changing. Yeah, heart chakra. Something that's really important to remember is that when we are openly pursuing our purpose, new projects, new life paths, perhaps we're going through a divorce or a separation, and then we're trying to find our way in the world again as a single parent or on our own or whatever it is. Like, it's a new avenue, okay? And it can feel really overwhelming because number one, it's change. Yeah, we must grieve the old. We must go through the grief motions, okay, to let it go to be able to move forward. But overwhelm, okay, you always must remember when you're overwhelmed, you're learning something new. Something has become too much and you're like, don't know where to start. Like, that overwhelm is because your brain neural pathways are changing, and your brain neural pathways is when it's actually changing, okay, the electricity currents are changing. That's what overwhelm is. You're learning something new. You're opening up to a new light. You're opening up to a new way of being. You're birthing a whole new being. okay, of yourself. Time is not running out. This is so important, okay? You can trust the timing of your purpose, and you can continue to trust seeing the potential in your path when you're hitting up against these roadblocks, okay? What's happening is the structure of your life is changing, masculine stuff, okay? Your energy is changing because you're going through some sort of life change, okay? And all this new energy and all this new reality is coming into your life, and your aura is changing. So old negative stuff is releasing. Let's say you're going through a divorce or a relationship breakup or something like that, right? Or any life change. You're releasing the old energy out of your body. New energy's coming in. You're birthing a whole new reality. And then as your soul's coming in and filling it with light on a whole new, avenue of who you are, your soul is actually entering to your body. That negative stuff is going to be purging out of your system. You might get physically sick. You might get colds and flu. You might feel run down. You might feel depressed. Oh, that's what we're doing a reading for, is depression, right? As you're coming into your heart and following your heart, maybe for the very first time, okay? What you're hoping will happen, but what you're scared of, star bathing, light body. So a whole new you, light body, crystal grid, transmission and activation of a whole new you. We've just been talking about that, haven't we? You're hoping for that, and you're hoping that the return of Aphrodite will happen. You're hoping that your happiness and your happy self will come back, because let's be real, when we've gone through a relationship breakup or we've gone through a divorce or anything like that, like, we don't feel like ourselves anymore. We're kind of lost, and we're like wondering who the fuck is going on, right? Like we've lost ourselves. You're hoping that this will come back, okay? And you're also listening to your intuition about making the changes and going through, what you are, but you're also, I want to say, scared of it, or it's a big deal, right? To trust that massive life change. Final outcome card. Like I said, these two cards stuck together when I pulled them out. So the first one is Earth. Look at that. Oh, it's like an egg. You're like an egg in a cocoon. You're birthing a whole new you. What did we say? Oh, depression is when you're suppressing down yourself that wants to birth out into a whole new world, but you're scared of trusting and listening to your intuition and taking that action to find your true self and come back to who you really are, because that would mean that you have to go through a massive energy field adjustment, let alone life changes. Let's say you're going through a divorce or a relationship breakup. Like, that's a big fucking life change. That's a massive process to go through. But I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. Okay, I'll just suppress that a little bit more. Okay. Depressed. So, Earth. Birthing a whole new you. It wants to birth out. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And look what's behind it. The whales and the orcas. Did we not talk about, was it the whales or the dolphins? Was it on the suicide live stream, or was it on that ancient ancestral family lineage one? I can't remember, but we said to listen to whale or dolphin sounds. Check it out. And it doesn't surprise me, to be honest, because the whales and the dolphins, so you can even listen to them on YouTube or whatever music that you listen to. If you just type in whale, dolphin sounds, like, it's so healing for your vibration. You can spend time in the ocean, of course. This one here is like share your song. The frequency of sound and diving deep. So it doesn't surprise me that they've come up on this live stream and also on the suicide live stream, because what we're talking about with depression and suicide are very deep, dark, suppressed emotions in the subconscious. Yeah? And look, this is the very first card we pulled out. Bringing unconsciousness to light. That's what this is, right? This is the subconscious coming to light. Your light cannot be suppressed anymore, okay? Your subconscious is surfacing. It's wanting to pull out, it's wanting to birth out a whole new reality, yeah? And so, and this is, listening to their sounds, because they're submersed in such deep water, can be. It helps to shift, I want to say helps to like if you can imagine being stuck deep down underwater, or I don't know, in a cage or something, this is what's trying to surface, and you're kind of still holding that down and suppressing it. You're depressed because you're pressing it down, okay? But it's actually wanting to birth out. So this is going to help dismantle those cages and enable you to help rise and bring the unconsciousness to light. I want to say in a non-traumatic way. Notice the signs that are telling you this. So this live stream is one of them. And then you've got the magic of the Colin Drueth. So this one here is like caution, secrecy, and wary. And what I feel like, this is, you know, can be a scary card, but it's like, you need to protect your energy. You need to protect your aura. You need to do these things that will take care of you, because being depressed and depression is going to attract more darkness to you. Why? Because you're sitting in it. Now, I'm the queen of telling you to feel your emotions fully. Like we have to be able to be in it, to be able to heal it, to shift it, to move it. However, right, there comes a point where we're depressed because we're actually so suppressed from not only ourselves, but we're infiltrated by all this other shit around. I'm getting really strongly for you that listening to the whales and dolphin sounds are going to be the very first portal and first step for you guys to take. I've also, first time I'm announcing this, I also have opened my Trust Intuition Training School, and I've just opened it with 80% off. So you can now join that group for $11 a month. You get all the healing classes, all the psychic development classes, the aura school, you know, psychic readings. There's a lot of classes that happen in there, but the Haven healing and the sitting method is where we can really help to heal and shift this deep, dark, subconscious stuff. So Trust Intuition Training School, 80% off. So at $11 a month. So you can join us in that group there for deep group healing. There's also this whale dolphin sound is what's really going to start. So first step, if you need support, come and jump into our Trust Intuition Training School. You're birthing a whole new you. But the more you suppress and hold down by not listening to trusting your intuition and following, not just listening, but following your heart with your true desires. Like even the tiniest little bit of acknowledging what it is that you've been suppressing, what it is that you've been holding back, what it is that you've been pushing down. As soon as you start acknowledging what you really want and being honest about your current reality and what you actually fucking hate about it, nothing's gonna shift. But you might be in a space be like, but Hannah, I'm not supported. And I'm like, well, how are you not supporting yourself? By listening to your intuition and doing whatever it takes to get out of that. What are you continuing to try and like, it's almost like dredge up the old and continue to try to do the old fucking wheel that's broken and got a flat tire, and you're trying to turn that. It doesn't work anymore. Like consciousness is changing. The world's changing. Are you keeping up with it or not? Are you keeping up with your intuition that's trying to get you on the wheels that are actually turning? Are you listening to that? Because the reason you're depressed is because you're over here with a broken flat tire that won't get you anywhere, and you're trying to turn the thing and it's flat. It's like conk. Like, okay, it was too hard. I'll just sit here and wait for somebody to come because whatever. Now, in that depression, right? Okay, there's a few things. So clearing your energy field is essential, and the fastest way to clear your energy field is to listen to your heart and do what the fuck you want to do. How about you do whatever the fuck you want to do and everyone else can fuck off and you just follow your heart, okay? Because as soon as you start doing that, you're going to get your energy back instantly. Listening to the whales and dolphin sounds, you can join our Trust Intuition Training School. There's also the vision quest that we do in there, which is really awesome for getting you clear on your direction and helping you move forward again in life. You can catch that replay as soon as you join in there. So the energy field adjustment, right? This is where you must be clearing your aura. You must be doing the energy clearing practices. You can download them for free in my my free essentials meditation pack. Also the the clear and activate pack. Yeah, those two are your essential free meditations. Yeah, and you don't have to sit there like I'm passionate about helping you to do it no matter what the excuse is. So you can multitask listening to my energy clearing meditations while you're hanging the washing out, doing the dishes, whatever it is that you're doing. So these are really powerful, and it's so important to understand that the faster you acknowledge what it is that you're suppressing about your own intuition and your own soul, the faster everything will shift for you. Like instantly. You have instant energy. If you just ask yourself, what is it that I'm needing to do? What is it that I'm needing to step up and change? What is it that I'm suppressing because I think that I can't do? What is that? And then you continue to do it until you find a way. So the blessing in disguise card, like I said, it came up before. And it's so interesting, the song of the siren too. The call, the summoning, the voice, like just listen to your voice, just listen to your soul. Like you know the way, you know what to do, right? There's a few cards of that. The return of Aphrodite, the song of the siren, the listen, the heart chakra, following your heart. Your creative projects are also about following your heart, right? Thought there was another one here. Seeing potential, your dreams, you know, it's all connected to your purpose. Like these are very much purpose cards, of course. Then the other cards that came up, this one was like a fell out, didn't have a place card. Exactly what I'm talking about. Wave of power, surge of energy. A surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. And that's what I said. As soon as you make a choice, a decision, and even when you ask that question, you're like, well, what would I be doing if I wasn't in this position? What do I really want to do? If I didn't have any responsibilities, what would I be doing right now? What do I really want to do that I'm not letting myself do right now? So for example, you might be forcing yourself to work or to house clean or to do something, and you just actually want to go for a walk on the beach. Well, why don't you fucking go and do that? And you'll have a surge of energy to be able to get it done a lot faster, for example. Right? And if you don't know the answer when you ask those questions, keep asking that question. Keep asking that question until you find the direction, because it will come. But you just need to start asking the questions. So that card didn't have a place. The other overlying card that came through is fall into my arms. Surrender, holding the opposites and the extremes of life. We can have times in our life and in our day when we can have something so amazing happening and something so bad happening at the same time. Okay, this is holding the extremes. This is knowing that life surges like this, and it can happen like this in one single day. And just because this really good thing happened and then this really fucked up thing happened, it does not mean that you cannot hold both. Okay, because you're a powerful being, you're an ancient blooded healer, you're an empath, you feel everything, you can hold a high capacity and a low capacity at the same time, because for you, it's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. The extremes of life. Now, if you do not feel supported, which like I said, with depression, the thing is you just don't feel supported. You don't feel supported, okay? I want you to start asking a question for yourself. Where can I support myself? Or if you're like, I'm not supported here, that person's not supporting me, that person's not supporting me either, okay? It's kind of like, well, where can I support myself? Do you know, a couple of months ago, you know, I've been going through a lot of PTSD and healing from the dog attack, and, you know, a few months ago it was really bad, and that was like 6 months after the attack actually happened. So I haven't really spoken about it, but I was in a really bad place. And I reached out to all my previous facilitators and practitioners that would usually help me, and I'd usually go and get support, and everyone's like, sorry, I'm booked out. Sorry, can't help you. Put you on the waiting list. Didn't hear back from them. Just didn't even hear back from some of them. And I just like felt so unsupported. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, what is going on here? And it was one of these walls. Yeah, we've been talking about these walls in this reading. It was one of these walls. And do you know what's actually been going on? Energy field adjustment. Those people are not meant to help me anymore. Now, that was a really hard pill to swallow in those moments when I really needed fucking help, right? And after some deep grieving, and feeling so alone and even a little bit more depressed and just going, how am I supposed to do this? What was really going on is this. Because a huge life direction change was happening, and I didn't really comprehend or realize it until, you know, just recently I've realized, and I'm like, oh, that's what's been going on, because the old flat tire isn't meant to be turning anymore. That's why it's fucking flat. Just walk the fuck away from it, Hannah, and focus on this way and how about you do whatever the fuck you want to do, and instantly this comes back. So if you ever feel flat like a flat tire, before you get to depression stage, we know what a flat tire feels like. We're just like, ugh, don't want to do it, right? And if you can catch that and ask, where is my wave? If I'm being blocked and I'm having a massive internal recalibration, which is affecting my external reality, which is creating a huge, shift in my energy and vibration and frequency, which is what this is, okay? You're tapping into a whole new light body and frequency for your purpose, for your creative project, for following your heart, because let's be real, that old direction was not in alignment with your purpose. And that's why this is happening. Yeah? So if you continue to ask that question, and there's a few of you that have commented in here saying that you're sick in bed, etc. And it's kind of like, sometimes if we're not listening to our heart before, we get stopped to make sure we're listening. So the faster that you can start listening and asking the question and actually taking the action on it, you don't get sick and you'll recover faster. But you have to be able to understand that if you don't listen beforehand, if you look back over the past few weeks, right, you would have been, oh yeah, there was signs, right? There was signs, notice the signs. There was signs before I was flattened. There was actually signs I was getting a flat tire and I didn't actually take notice of them. And then we get more savvy at listening, at following our heart before we have to get flattened, okay? And we can actually keep riding this one instead of being flattened to learn the hard pain, trauma, like, How many times do we want to feel before we actually just go, you know what, I'm not fucking doing that anymore. I'm going to ride this baby home. It's so much funner. And that's what I actually want in my life because, this depression fucking sucks. So, yeah. So, flat tire, right? Flat tire. Yes, I love that. Yes, so was the ancestral clearing. Yes, so listening to the whale and orca. You can jump on for our Trust Intuition Training School. There's weekly classes in there. I love teaching in there. There's also the Psychic Protection class that we've got coming up. It's actually 5 weeks of a course that we're doing. So to help you really get clear on all this stuff, because you don't want all this infiltration in your energy field. Okay, and it's like, how do you catch that? And how do you do all of these pieces so that you don't have to have the flat tire and get flattened in bed every single time, or like pushed down. So ask yourself, where am I suppressing my soul? If I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to do right now, what would I be doing? Might be like, go to Disneyland, go sleep. I don't know. Like, let yourself do that. And the more you follow soul, the easier it will get. And then we can just be riding this baby all the way home. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.